Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over a junk defense called a triangle and two to kind of throw off the opposing team, get them out of a rhythm, and slow down your best two players on the opposing team. So this works against a defense that basically has one or maybe two, typically two players that carry the load, their primary offensive load that might score, half or more than half of their points on the other team. And it's not basically can be your primary defense, but opposing teams at times you can use this to kind of slow them down and kind of really confuse them and get them out of a rhythm, which is the main thing. And the key thing is the zone has to be active and use it as a matchup zone. Rotate, know their job, be aggressive in the zone and not just fall asleep. And also your offense has to be able to convert and take advantage of the kind of botched offensive plays that the other team is going to have in this situation. So before we get too far, Happy New Year, first of all, for everyone who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers minimum this upcoming year. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you like to view our content, look at the plays, and you get some good value from us sharing, plays and defenses and strategies, make sure you subscribe. And also definitely share this video with other people that you think that might find value, and ask them to subscribe as well. So we're going to go ahead and look at this, and I'm going to kind of break it down for you. So the triangle is basically your zone. So you got two guys on the block, one guy here at the free throw line. This person here is going to cover this specific area at the top. Also going to rotate to help depending on what side the ball's on, and then eventually on the weak side block when the ball is reversed to the corner. Okay, so these guys down here in the block, their job is to protect the block, obviously, protect the midline, or in the corners, depending on where the ball is going to go. So if the ball goes to their corner, they're covering that corner. The opposite guy is going to go to that block, and this person at the top should rotate down to the weak side block, and then vice versa here. Ball goes to the corner, 4 would cover there, 5 has to rotate over in front of the post, 3 would go over here on the weak side block. And your vulnerable areas obviously are going to be the corners, the high post, somewhat the corners, not necessarily the corners, but really the wing and the high post. Okay, but the key thing is for these top two guys here that are covering their best players is they're in all-out denial mode. They don't want them to touch the ball. If they do touch the ball, then basically they're going to play good man-to-man defense, and the guys behind them in the zone are also going to help out if they get beat and try to penetrate in. So if one were to penetrate in the middle and one kind of, the top defender kind of gets beat for a second, 3 is going to step up and help until 1 gets back, and this guy would pop back into the zone. If 2 had the ball and penetrated in and gets to the middle, then 5 would rotate over and try to slow that guy down and not let them get an easy shot off, because the key thing is to limit these two guys' good shots. They're going to get their points. If they're that good and you're playing a triangle and 2 on them, then they're going to get their points. Key thing is you want to limit their points to something that their team is not used to. So if they're averaging 20 points, then maybe a goal of 10 to 12 points. If they're averaging 15, then 10 or below 10 for that person there, is you want to try to reduce those points down on the opposing team and make other people try to beat you. So the key thing too to remember is if you're playing this defense and maybe 3-4 possessions, if you see some success from it to where the offense is really stagnant and they can't get a point off of it, then maybe stay in it. But if they're coming out and their other guys are really picking you apart and they're scoring, then maybe not so much. It's really not working, because you're really you're allowing those points to be transferred over to other people. You don't want to just limit these guys from scoring, but you want to limit the whole team from scoring. So if these guys make 1 shot out of 5 possessions, that's a good thing. If they make 4 shots out of 5 possessions, maybe not so much. Maybe you just need to kind of go ahead and match up and emphasize these other guys to be in help, and still applying ball pressure to these guys here. So we're going to go over the rotations, a couple of situations here. We'll go in slow-mo and then medium. So as you see, 1 and 2 are in denial mode. Ball enters the high post, 3 covers that area. 1 and 2 staying with their guys. Ball goes to corner, 4 rotates over, so does 5. 3 rotates over back here. And then if there's no one on the weak side, he necessarily doesn't have to go all the way down there. You see one's cutting through, one's staying with them. 3 back, went back here because there was a guy coming through. We do have an open guy here, 4, but that's who we want to take the shot. And you see we get the rebound. Key thing is to limit offensive rebounds on the other end. I can't say that enough. Of whenever they shoot the ball, if they miss it, well, you've got to get the loose ball. Okay, we're going to give you another situation here. And see, we have our 1 and our 2s in the corners, and they're just trying to expose the weaknesses. I remember when I told you the high post and the wings are going to be some vulnerable areas. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to send the offensive player to screen for 3. All right, and then we're going to have basically a high pick and roll where we try to have someone slip over and take that block area, because if they take this guy out, this guy is going to have to maybe come up and get their hands up here. So you're going to have to watch and see. And you see 4 rotates over to take that over. When he enters the post, 3 sprints down to take the weak side block. And then again, we're going to let someone else take the shot. And then we need to get the offensive rebound. Okay, so this is a junk defense again to kind of make the other team kind of get out of a rhythm and make guys take shots that they're not used to. If they're used to 1 and 2 taking 80% of their shots, we're going to try to limit that down to 50, 60, and then the other 20, we're going to let these other guys take some shots and just hope they don't make them. If they make them, well, you may have to make an adjustment, switch it out. However, if they do miss, and it's throwing them out of a rhythm on offense, you've got to go capitalize on those offensive possessions. Also, you've got to limit the second chance opportunities on the rebounding end and kind of go from there. So this is one of the junk defenses. The next couple of videos I'll do a box and 1, and I'll also show you a 1-3 zone with a chaser. That's really kind of confusing to defenses that we've used in several times in the middle school and even the high school level as of recent. That really throws the offense off if they have 1 star player who scores all their points. Kind of a confusing looking defense, and it disguises well as a man-to-man and even a 2-3, although that's not what it is. So, all right, guys, let me know your thoughts below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.